Welcome to my 100% playthrough of Heretic on the Dower to Smite-Meister difficulty with fast monsters enabled, played with the Wayfarer's Tome mod through GZDoom. We're doing all levels with a 1 start, and this is Episode 1, City of the Damned. Let's begin. Alright, the Wayfarer's Tome is essentially what the Copper mod is for Quake, with a few extra twists of lemon. So I decided to play through this again to show you how it is, and also later on I'll be showing more than just this. I'll be showing a little bit more. So we're just gonna play straight through this as we would normally. We're gonna grab the yellow key, and as I complete this level I'm gonna explain what's going on because I think everyone knows what this level's all about. So the Wayfarer's Tome is a rebalancing mod, kind of like Copper. It adds a few extra twists of lemon, but if you've seen my playthrough of the Wayfarer, you probably know what's up with all the balance changes and whatnot. And I'm also playing on Dower to Smite-Meister with fast monsters, which is basically Black Plague, but without the ammo boost, to give myself a little bit of an extra challenge and to see how efficient I can be with the ammo. In this case, I can be very efficient because I have the Gauntlets of the Necromancer, and they're as useful as ever. Because we can just go into this area, the secret area, grab the Tome of Power, grab the ethereal arrows, grab everything here, tag the secret, then grab the crossbow. And yes, the crossbow, like the Wayfarer, shoots 5 bolts instead of 3. 4 of them are side bolts, and there's the big bolt, of course. We're gonna go through the secret area, get rid of the gargoyle and his undead warrior friends. And now we're good to go. So let's go back through the portal, be sent to this area, push the button to open it up, so now we can go down into this door that opened up. And we're gonna get rid of everything. We'll wait for the stairs to raise up. You have to stand on the area where they raise up in order to get them to get up. If that makes sense. But we're gonna kill him, and that's all the kills. And we did it. That's the docks. So now we can go to the dungeons. Okay, so what you want to do in the dungeons is you can just hop off and step right here, wake up the enemies, get them to infight. While they're infighting, we'll fight the gargoyles. And some of the golems that decide to not get hit by the undead warrior's axe. We'll still get rid of the rest of these guys though. As for you though, yeah, we'll finish you off. Alright. So let's get rid of the rest of these guys and go up around here to grab all these items. Okay, so now we have all the items. If you need more, there's plenty to go around, but we're gonna go into this area now. And take a right into this part. And this is my favorite part. We turn on the Tome of Power that we grab from here, attack these guys from surprise. Don't even see us coming until it's too late. We'll activate the power of the Tomed Wand and go into this area, break out the crossbow, because that's where we get it. Step into this area, kill the rest of these guys. Powered up crossbow is amazing in the Wayfarer and the Wayfarer's Tome. We're going to use it to clear up this mess and this one too. Open this area up, grab the silver shield. Go into this little hole to clear out the rest of these gargoyles. Push the button, grab the torch, and then head on out. And now we can go into this area, but we'll have to fight with the regular crossbow, but that's fine. There are lots of golems here, but we can clear them out with this very efficient crossbow. And we can also grab the yellow key. So now that we have everything here, we can make our merry way down into this part now. Let's grab that dragon claw, not get crushed by the crusher here, and head on into the yellow door area, which is over here. Opening it up, we are going to find out that the Dragon Claw is unchanged, relatively speaking. But it still gets the job done. Anyways, let's use it to clear out all these guys here. Switch back to the crossbow for this part. Blow up those pods. And let's get rid of these guys too. Now I can go into the secret area. I'm going into this one first because I want to make sure that everything's in order for another secret I want to get. Because these time bombs will come in handy for that. We'll just get rid of these golems with the crossbow, go into this area, kill these two gargoyles with the crossbow, grab the gauntlets of the necromancer. That might come in handy later, maybe not, but we'll see about that. We're going back into this area because I want to open this part up, grab the shadow spear, and put a time bomb right there to blow up just about everyone. And as for you, you get the wand treatment. Okay, so we're gonna shoot those pods over there and then make our merry way to this part. Kill all these gargoyles. And before I grab that, I'm gonna clear out the rest of these ones too. Now you can use the crossbow, or you can use the wand, or you can use the dragon claw. Gargoyles are pretty easy enemies to deal with, but we are gonna use the crossbow for this area to kill the gargoyles like that. Then grab the 2 quartz flasks in that area. Then use the Shadow Spear for this part because there are 2 undead warriors here. We're gonna just sneak up on them. And we'll place a time bomb there. Grab the green key, the Tome of Power, and everything else in there if you need it. And then head on out. I can push this button, head up the stairs, kill the gargoyles here. Open this area up, go down into it. Grab the wings of wrath, that's the secret. And then we can open this area up and put a time bomb here and a time bomb there. And I'd say that's pretty good bombing if you ask me. Alright, so you can ride this up or you can use the wings of wrath. I'm going to ride it up because there's lots of ammo here. And you can also use the wings of wrath because you can just fly up to grab this stuff here, or when you lower this on the side that you can't come from it, the other one lowers and you can grab it like that, but I use the wings of wrath. Anyways, we're gonna go into this area now, the green door area. We're gonna grab the blue key and also use the Tome of Power to get rid of all these golems. And this area is a little bit dark. You can use the torch if you want, but when you step into this area, it lights up a little bit. But you can open this part up. It's a secret area. It's got lots of gargoyles. You can use the dragon claw if you want. Get that efficiency with the rippers going on, but doesn't really matter that much. That's all the enemies. You got the blue key. You can head back here into this area and open the blue door like that. So we're just gonna fly down into this mess. Nice thing about GZDoom is you don't need to use the fly up and fly down buttons. You can just use it with looking up and down. But aside from that, we got everything. Let's get out. Alright, and that's the dungeons. So now we can go to the Gatehouse. Alright, the Gatehouse will introduce you to the fire gargoyles, and the thing about the Wayfarer, they don't infight with regular gargoyles anymore, so makes them a bit more aggressive towards you, and kind of makes things a little tougher in that regard. Though it mostly depends on the situation. You can still use the Elven Wand to kill just about everything in this area, and you should be fine. So let's grab all of the crystals. Nice amount of crystals, by the way. And kill everything in this area, because we're going to take a right down here. Open this door up. And kill all the gargoyles in this spot. Grab the crystal geode from that thing that lowered. It lowers and raises whenever you enter and exit the room. It's on a timer, so if you cross the line, that's like right there. Yeah. Does the same for this one here. And also this door, but we probably won't need it by the time we open that door. We're gonna kill the golems, then grab the quartz flask, but it's a trap. So let's use our Elven wand to wand down these gargoyles. They're all regular gargoyles, so they go down rather quickly. If you need ammo, there's plenty to go around. Whether it be from drops from the golems or ammo that's lying around all the time. Either way, it's still pretty useful in this part. We'll just lure out the rest of these golems because I want to save a special weapon for something else. We're gonna come back here in a little bit, but first I'm going to kill this golem, then grab the crossbow, and we're going to use this crossbow for these guys. There we go. So now we can go up here, grab the shadow spear. We're going to use it immediately because these two guys are waiting for you. Should take 2 or 3 shots to kill each of them. The crossbow is much more consistent in dealing damage like that. Now this is if you hit them with all your bolts, that is. If you hit them with less bolts, it might take more hits to kill them. But we got out of that mess rather nicely. If you need more ammo, you can grab it from here like that. And we can go into the yellow door, but instead we're going to go over here, grab the silver shield, and push that button, which will open this area up with this fire gargoyle, then take the portal, then drop down and kill this other fire gargoyle, then go into the secret area. Yeah, that's the secret. But we're gonna grab the quiver, we're gonna run around a little bit, push the other button to lower the claw orb, and we're just gonna take the portal again because I fell down. But this time we're gonna grab the dragon claw in this well. Yeah, let's use it to kill all these guys. Lots of fire gargoyles in this area. Now you can fight them down here, or you can take the portal again and fight them up in this area so you have a little bit of higher ground. There's also more claw orbs that you can grab in this area, which is hunky-dory for me. Well, not for these guys. We're gonna finish this last one off with the Elven Wand. Just like the pistol, if you wait for its animation to finish, you'll have near perfect aim. And the thing about the Wayfarer, of course, the Wayfarer's Tome, is that the animation is faster because the weapon is faster. So it's even more useful now. Anyways, we're gonna grab the arrows here. Go into this area just to check it out real quick. Push this button for later to open this area. Might open some other things, but more importantly, we're gonna get the Egg of Destiny to morph over them. And let's clear out the rest of these gargoyles. Alright, that ought to do it. We're gonna go up here now. Get rid of this gargoyle. And this one too. Grab the quartz flask, even though we can step in the slimy water for it. Nice voice crack, by the way. But we're gonna grab the ethereal arrows, ignore the voice crack, and just head on into this area. Push this button right here. Head into this part. Now, since we're playing the Wayfarer's Tome and by extension GZDoom, this area opens up. It doesn't in vanilla, but them's some breaks. If you're playing vanilla, you have to go all the way through this area and like head up the stairs and whatnot. Yeah, it's sad, but whatever. We got the Gauntlets of the Necromancer in this area opened up as we push some buttons in the other parts. And we're gonna head up here and kill these two nincompoops and grab the green key. We're not gonna take the portal, it just takes you back to the start. Instead, we can just head on down through this area and up here, because this area opened up. We're gonna use the Tome of Power, even though it's not too efficient. But we are gonna use a Morphobum, which is very efficient for this area. because it can turn all your enemies into chickens. As for you, buddy, yeah, I'm gonna fry you. Alright, so now that we deep fried that chicken, we're gonna go into the green door, clear out the rust of these guys. Push this button to the left to kill this ghostly undead warrior, then push this button to the right, and now we can head on out. And that's the gatehouse. And with that, we can go into the guard tower. First thing we're gonna do is turn around, then shoot at the fire gargoyles in this area as we grab the Tome of Power. We're gonna get hit a lot by them, but that's fine. We're gonna take a left into this part, then grab the Gauntlets of the Necromancer, the Crystal Geo to have more ammo, and now we have a more open area to dodge your attacks, but we're not gonna dodge them anyway. We're still gonna get hit, because that's how I roll. If you're really desperate for health, you can use the Tome of Power with the Gauntlets, but I'm saving it for a more special occasion. Kinda hoarded it on the last map, but that's fine. Yeah, we're doing all levels with the wand start, so you can use your weapons and items as liberally as you want. But when we're done with all that, we're gonna open this area. It's the Phoenix symbol, or Raven symbol if you will. Get the wand crystal from that golem and go into this area with the secret that has just about everything you'll need for this area, including a map scroll. So let's use the wand to get rid of all these guys. We do have an opportunity to grab this and this. But we don't have a crossbow yet, because like I said, we're doing all levels with the wand start. In order to get the crossbow, however, we'll have to head out from here. We're gonna clear out this mess of enemies. And clear out these guys too. Now we're a little short on ammo, but that's fine because we're just gonna head up into this area, grab the crossbow, fight this nitro golem the first we'll probably see. And now we can use this wonderful weapon to get rid of all these guys. These gargoyles, yeah, get out of here. While we're around here, we can look around for like items and whatnot. Even to this day, this area still, I can still get a little lost in it, but the place you want to look out for is the one that opens up with this silver shield, because it also has a golem in there you want to kill. They can get 100% of the kills. As for this area, might have some infights going on, but we're just gonna get rid of these golems and nitro golems and whatnot. And this guy up here, we'll just knock him off, I suppose. We'll be back in this area for later, but in the meantime, we're going all the way back into this part to clear it out with the gargoyle right there. Now let's head into this part once again to grab the Dragon Claw, which will be mighty useful for this level. You can use it to kill the golems, but I'm going to stick with the crossbow. There's another set of enemies we'll be using it against very soon. Push the button, and that will raise up this area. So now we can grab a yellow key, but watch out for the Crusher, of course. But now we have that, we are ready to go into here. So we can go up the stairway and use the crossbow to get rid of all these golems. Hopefully one shot should take care of each of them, maybe two. Might get some extra damage on another golem from the extra crossbows, which is fine by me. Over there are a bunch of undead warriors, we'll deal with them later. In the meantime, however, we are going to go up here into this area. Use the Tome of Power. Get rid of all these undead warriors finally, because they were harassing us earlier. Grab this Tome of Power and use it on all these guys. Now let's celebrate by drinking a quartz flask, or a sippy juice, if you will. Over here, we're gonna get rid of these guys. And let's actually hang around here to get rid of these undead warriors. At least one of them, maybe two. There we go. Just in time for the Tome of Power to run out. That's fine. Let's go into this area now. And let's use the Dragon Claw. There are lots of gargoyles and a few fire gargoyles here. We'll get rid of them much more quickly than with the wand or the crossbow. Alright, so now we have the green key in that area. It's around the barrels there. We'll get rid of the last of these guys, grab the Shadow Sphere, even though it won't come in handy anymore because I think we killed all the undead warriors. We're gonna go up here, and I'm gonna use the Shadow Spear just to give myself a little bit of a challenge for this area, but at the same time, let's chicken these Disciples of the Sparrow. As for you, you get the Powered Staff treatment. And that's it. That's the guard tower. Very straightforward level with only one secret. But now we're going into the Citadel. Okay, the Citadel. This is where things can potentially get a little harder because there are lots of enemies at the start. And you don't have a lot of ways to deal with them. Now you could resort to infighting, which I usually do in a level like this, but you still want to pepper them with your wand every now and then. Now ammo for the wand is a little short, but you still want to use it to try to kill at least one of these undead warriors. Maybe you can get them to infight too. But when you're all out of ammo, you have to resort to the staff. Ugh. Oh well, there's still plenty of ammo to go around in some of these parts at least. Sometimes the enemies will drop some. How generous. But regardless, you will probably still take a lot of damage in this part. So let's grab some crystal vials, because this place is sure vile. Anyways, over here, we're gonna grab the Shadow Sphere. Might come in handy soon. But also grab some ammo from the dead guys. And this area has more ammo, but also has golems that might chase you. But either way, grab the Crystal Geode in that secret, and you shouldn't have to worry about ammo too much now. We're gonna grab the Gauntlets of the Necromancer, the Silver Shield, the Yellow Key. Let's sap this guy to celebrate our grabbing of just about everything that we need, because this start is pretty rough with a 1 start. Anyways, let's go into here, zap this guy, grab the torch, head out, open this area up, zap this guy, grab the crystal vials. We should be good to go. Kind of playing Matador with that gargoyle there. Oh well. Alright, so now we have the yellow key. We can go into this area. We're going to clear it out of all these guys. Push this button. It'll come in handy very soon. For now though, we're going to go up into this stairway. We'll use the gauntlets to zap this Nitro Golem, then grab the crossbow, finally. Now we finally have the crossbow, we can go into this right area. And go into this part, kill these golems. Grab the geode if you need it. Then grab the green key. So now we have the green key, we can head along into the green door zone. But in order to get to the green door zone, we'll have to ascend these stairs, which raise by pushing that button in the left yellow door area. There'll be undead warriors here. Well, one in one part. But this area is symmetrical, so if you go into this area, you'll see another undead warrior. And now we can go here and get rid of this guy. So let's go into this part and use the Shadow Spear. Hell, let's use the Tome of Power. We'll open this area up, but it'll lead into this part. But this one will also open up, and we'll have a new area we can go in and clear out all of these guys with. So we're gonna go into this other side, get rid of these undead warriors. Like I said, the level's a little bit symmetrical in this part. There'll be like fire gargoyles and disciples of the Sparrow. Lots of enemies in this wide open area to really get you on your toes. That's fine, because we're gonna grab the blue key. Now we have the blue key. We can head into this weird area with this lift that will give you a bag of holding if you need more ammo, which you probably do. I could never say no to extra ammo. But anyways, now that we cleared that area out, we still got plenty of more areas to clear out with the disciples and some gargoyles and whatnot. We're gonna go up here though, because there are some golems in this part. We're just gonna get them out of here. And this disciple, hopefully we can hit him when he isn't flickering. The thing about fast monsters is he'll be constantly flickering, at least more so than regular Smite-Meister. Which means you might have to use a more hit-scanny weapon, one with less things like side bolts and whatnot, but whatever. We're gonna grab the Tome of Power, go into this area, and get such a weapon, like the Dragon Claw. This weapon will be pretty useful against these disciples, so let's just use it when we get the chance. However, that chance will come a little bit later than you might be thinking, because we're going to go over here, push this button to lower this area right here. Now there's a gargoyle right there, but there's also Morph Ovum in this little secret area, so make sure you grab that and you should be good to go. Alright, this area is a little dark, so you can use the torch. The level's already bright as it is, except for this area, so you aren't making it that much uglier. So now we gotten this area cleared out, we're gonna go up here, kill this golem, and mess with this disciple, because he's flying around now. Yeah, you can hear him, he's right there. Yeah, and this undead warrior wants to be annoying too. We'll go up to him and deal with him in a little bit. But we gotta make sure that those nitro golems are done with. Slipped on a banana peel, but that's fine. This guy slipped off. So, makes things all much better. So let's go over here. Grab the Ring of Invincibility. One of the first you'll find in the game. And also go over here and kill this guy. And this guy too. Let's use a Ring of Invincibility for this area because the Disciples of the Sparrow can be kind of scary. Well, we'll grab these first, then use the ring. Let's also turn them into chickens. Alright, we got the cheese vision. Everything's all cheesy. We're gonna go down here now though. Kill this guy. Grab the Wings of Wrath and now go through this area, which will send you to a portal to the start. And hey, look, this guy's here. Alright, so now we cleared that area out. We should have all the secrets. But we aren't done with this level. We have to go into the blue key area. And that we will, and we're going to use the Tome of Power. So we can get a lot of power going on. Now, if you want to be a completionist to grab all the items, you can use the Wings of Wrath to do that. I have to fly up and down a little bit to get that, though. There's another Tome of Power here. More stuff like Quartz Flask and whatnot. It's also a map scroll in case you want to go back and check it. If you want to get everything else, there's a silver shield here, but if you're doing a wand start, this area with all these items are kind of redundant. So let's just go down here, push this button to open this up, and let's get rid of these disciples. Let's use the Tome of Power though, since we grabbed it. Alright, that should be everyone. And that's the Citadel. Yeah, it's a little tougher than the other ones, but we're gonna go into the Cathedral now. Alright, starting with a bell. How ominous. Well, we're gonna open this area up, grab the gauntlets of the necromancer, then use it to kill this guy. Both of these are considered secrets, even though this one just has a golem in it. It's weird, I know, but we're just gonna zap all these guys. Use the power of the gauntlets to get rid of all of them. For the most part, the gauntlets function the same as they do in vanilla. So they're still pretty useful for enemies like these. Just watch out that you don't get hit anyway, despite all the stun locking that you can do. Alright, so now we zapped all those guys. We're gonna go up here and zap some more. Like these guys right here, especially you. Yeah, we target the fire gargoyle first. Now we can go over here. But there are undead warriors now. Let's get rid of them with the elven wand. So I don't feel like zapping these guys. And we got plenty of ammo now. And we can grab the yellow key. Now we got that there yellow key, we're gonna go up here and clear out these guys. And over here are some golems, but one of them is a nitro golem. So that's why we're firing like so. But this area will introduce you to all these guys. And it's a little scary, so we're gonna hide a little bit. You know, it's just a little scary. Not too intimidating. Unless you get hit by like 3 red axes in a row from the undead warriors, then it can be very intimidating. But if you get hit with a green axe, you might have a chance to get epic health. But aside from that, we're just going to go around here, hide around this area, clear out the gargoyles and whatnot. We still don't have a crossbow, but we're going to get that by pushing this button and then riding up this lift, but still carefully avoiding the axes as much as we can at the very least. In this area there'll be some golems waiting for you, but also there'll be the crossbow, finally. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself over a little bit there by hitting the top of the ceiling in that one part by the lift. Yeah, like this part. That's why it lowered. But that's fine. We're still alive at the moment. We're gonna take a sip of the sippy juice to celebrate our liveliness, because we just got hit by an axe. And that should be it for this part for now. But in order to get into this part, you have to push this switch. So let's go up here, meet this jerk, grab the silver shield, so now we have some damage resistance. We'll be able to face parts like these. We go down into here, it's a dark part with flickering lights, but there's also a dragon claw in one of these areas, and a torch. You can use that to turn on the lights again if you want. We're gonna use the dragon claw though, to clear out this mess. There are gargoyles here, some of them are regular gargoyles, but the bigger threat in this part is probably the undead warriors through the fake wall here. We're just gonna shoot a little blindly at them. Also open this area up with the map scroll. Yeah, you can walk through the fake wall, but it's a little dangerous because of all these guys here. But that's fine, because we get a Tome of power out of it, and it's a secret. Now you can open this area up. I'm gonna clear out this undead warrior real quick. But before I go in there, I'm also going to go over here to grab this quartz flask, then open this area up, marked by the skull over there. It's another secret area. It's got this fellow waiting for you, and this one too. So let's go up here, clear out this mess, open this area up again, and we're back to where we were before, huh? Yes, sir. So let's finally go into this area. Now this part has a differently aligned texture, so it's where you open it up. The funny thing about it is, that's not a secret, it's essential level progression, which is kind of weird, but okay. You need to go up onto the altar, and we're going to use the Tome of Power for this part. just to kill everything in this area. Especially these two. Yeah, the Tome crossbow is still very powerful. But this area has lots of enemies, so I don't feel bad using it. Anyways, in here are some ghostly nitro golems. Evil enemies, but still. You can push this button for something useful, and go through the teleporter to get something else useful. It's another Tome of Power. Now that useful something I'll show you later, but for now we're going to open this area up, get this secret shadow spirit, and open this area up, kill this golem, go into this secret area. If you open this up, it'll lead back into this part, but we don't need to go back here. We're just going to go back to where we were before, kill this fellow since he decided to show up, and we're going to open this area and kill the golem and undead warrior. Grab the ring of invincibility, and now we can go into this area. Now these stairs raised up, I believe, by pressing a switch in the little crypt there. But we have the green key, which is more important, so we can actually open that door, which we did. And we're going into here to clear out these guys. You can go through the portal if you want, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to grab the Shadow Spear, use it against this guy to not get hit by his axe, grab the Bag of Holding, fight the Disciple of this barrel, kill him in 2 hits, give or take. And we're going to go through here and clear out this mess of undead warriors and golems and whatnot. Then we can push this switch and drop down from here. Pushing that switch opens up this switch, which reveals the exit. Well, that's a regular exit. Yes, there's another exit here, one I'll be showing you in a little bit. And I hoarded up a bit of items, so let's use all of them at once. Except the Wings of Wrath, we'll be needing those for later. Because after we clear out this guy, we're not going to take the exit. Instead, we're going to grab this Tome of Power and then use the Wings of Wrath. Now the reason why we're using the Wings of Wrath is so that we can go up here into these windows here that have items, but they also have enemies that we need to kill. So if you want to get 100% of the kills and maybe 100% of the items, you have to use the Wings of Wrath in this particular area. But that's all of them. So let's celebrate by tossing an egg at nothing and going into the secret exit. And that's the Cathedral. And yeah, it's got one of my favorite tracks from Heretic. But that's enough of that. We're going into the secret level now. We're going into the graveyard. Alright, now we're in the graveyard. We are going to face a lot of spooky ghosts, so let's just run. Yeah, the ghostly undead warriors will throw nothing but red axes, and that makes them evil. But we do have our little zappy gauntlets of the necromancer. Another thing to note about the ghostly undead warriors is that they are immune to physical weapons, so our staff will do jack and shit against them. And Jack left town. But good thing we have the gauntlets of the necromancer. Anyways, we're gonna grab the yellow key. We're also gonna go over here to open this area up to get the Bag of Holding. Then you can push this, but when you grab that Tome of Power that lowers, these 2 Disciples of the Sparrow will greet you. So, let's get rid of them. May even stun lock them a little bit. Yeah, that works. So now let's go around and clear out the rest of these fellows, because I don't like the looks on their faces. I don't really have much of a face, but it's still there. We're gonna zap all these golems. And when we're done with that, we can head into the yellow door area. we still only have the Elven Wand and the gauntlets and the staff, of course, but it's kind of useless in a map like this. But whatever. We're gonna head into this part now, so we can go into this area where they are raising the dead. I mean, look at this. This is a graveyard full of undead golems, and they are on these platforms. Alright, bad puns aside, we're gonna use the Dragon Claw on them, which we get in this room. So we're just gonna run around in like a square. The projectiles are pretty fast, but not fast enough. You can pretty much get rid of all enemies with the Dragon Claw. And if you need more ammo, you can grab it from these areas. Alright, now we've gotten most of everything cleared out here. We're gonna clear this guy out. And now, we're gonna go over here. You wanna push this button, which will reveal this area. It'll open up, because otherwise it would have been shut. And now we have that, we have the green key. So now we can head on out. And this time we can use the Dragon Claw on some of these enemies that like to congregate in this area. You want to watch out for the red axes as usual. And you can finish them off with the Elven Wand if you run out of Dragon Claw ammo. It's fine. The less undead warriors, the better. Nearly got hit by one of those nasty red axes, but that's fine, because I didn't. Alright, so now we have that settled. You might notice that some of these guys might have gotten into infights. Yeah, it's strangely highly likely on a map like this. Now, these guys are still dangerous, though, because while they'll be fighting each other, possibly indefinitely if you don't intervene, their axes can still potentially hit you. So let's just let them fight for the time being and go into this area. There's something we need to get in this part, which will be mighty useful for enemies like these. It's the crossbow. There's also a switch here we can press. So these gargoyles decide to be funny and give me funny health, but let's get rid of the rest of them with the crossbow. You can use the torch if you want to brighten this area up. Makes the map ugly, but whatever. I want to see, for God's sake. We'll use the wand too. Doesn't get enough love. And the quartz flask as well. I've been saving them up. Anyways, over here, we'll use the Tome of Power and the Morphobum. We'll go over here, fight these guys. We'll use the powered up Dragon Claw, in fact. And we have the Wings of Wrath, but they aren't that useful in this level. I mean, you can get some use out of them, but you can also get some use out of this Ring of Invincibility. Well, one thing I forgot to grab, though, is an item that probably could have come in handy for that part, the Shadow Sphere. Yeah, you can use it in that part. It'll be mighty useful against undead warriors, but we'll go into here now to get rid of these guys. Your time has come. Yeah, they're still throwing axes at each other, and also at me. We'll finish them off with the Pew Pew wand. Now we're good to go. We got all keys. We can go into the blue door now. But in the blue door are red enemies, like the gargoyle. And not only are there gargoyles, there are also more golems, so we're gonna use the Ring of Invincibility and just head on into here. Because when we press this button, there will be more of these guys. We have the Shadow Spear right now, so they can't see us until we get up close. Yes, that's a Heretic feature, it's not a GZDoom thing. We're gonna blow them up with the time bombs since we have those. We're gonna finish the rest of these guys off with the wand because hitting them with the crossbow isn't as efficient. If you have Dragon Claw ammo, you can use that too, but I'd have to go out and get some, but whatever. That's all the kills, all the secrets, all 2 of them. And that's the graveyard. And with that, we can now go into the penultimate level, the Crypts. Okay, the Crypts. It has another kinda tough start, but not as much as, say, the graveyard or the Citadel. We're just gonna clear all these guys out. There are lots of golems and nitro golems up there, so let's let them do their thing. Since they don't infight, it's a little tougher to clear out their ranks, but you can also just go up here, let the undead warriors throw axes at them, and it will get the attention of the golems. You can also use these areas as like cover from the undead warriors, but probably not the golems, or nitro golems even. We're just gonna hide from the undead warriors and clear out some of these guys like so. There's plenty of ammo to go around still. Just gotta look for it. At the end of the day though, it's not about how much ammo you have, it's how you use it. We're gonna use the Gauntlets of the Necromancer soon. But we clear out most of the enemies here. We're gonna grab that in a little bit, but for now we're riding up this lift so we can grab the yellow key. So now we have the yellow key, we can go to the yellow door. I'm gonna grab this claw orb real quick because we'll probably need that. But now we have everything, we can open this door up and go into here. Now let's zap these guys. Alright. Yeah, zapping them is easy peasy, but you want to go up to the fire gargoyles in particular because they still have more health. But they're still easy to take down thanks to the gauntlets. More phobum will lead to the strap here with these golems, but that's fine. We're just going to zap them like so, and we'll be good to go. We have the crossbow, and we can use it for an area like this one. We can use the door there, and open this area up, kill these guys. Of course, he throws a red axe and I get hit by it, but that's fine, because as long as we're not dead, we're still ticking, baby. Alright, so now we've gone to the secret area, we can go back through here. Check this area out, there's a golem here. Let's get rid of him. There's undead warriors up here in this part, but we're gonna lure them out. Or at least not get hit by their red axes. Yeah, hit me with the green axe, that's fine. These guys, we'll let them congregate there. So we're gonna go over here, kill these undead warriors, and grab the time bombs of the ancients. Push this button to raise the stairs, which we'll go up to, but first, got a present for these guys. Yeah, get closer. The rest of these guys we can blow up. And we'll do that once we go up to meet them. We'll give them a more personal bombing. Yeah, that ought to do it. All the stragglers can get blown up. And these guys can get arrowed. For this area, we can go and grab this right here. We're gonna clear this out in advance because this part has a lot of golems. There's also an energy orb there for the dragon claw that we don't have at the moment, but there is a green key. which we will grab. We'll also go into this area, clear it out. Right here is a secret with not a lot of stuff, but it does have a quartz flask. We'll drink that. We'll also go down here into the Heretic water and just grab this secret Tome of Power. And we should be good to go for this part. Push this button to lower these parts of this bridge, but also push this button to lower this area, which will give you a Dragon Claw, finally. Now we're going to do some more things here, but first we're going to clear out this guy and this guy, then grab the Shadow Spear. Watch out for this area with the Nitro Golems, because they appear, because this area opens up. But over here, you can potentially telefrag an Undead Warrior if you haven't gone to this area and woken up everyone yet. And we can go into that door, but we're going to go back into the area we were at before. I was going to grab the crystal vials for later and immediately use them up on these guys. Oh well, we have the Dragon Claw now. It'll come in handy very soon. Let's not run into this and get crushed. Instead, let's go back into here, and we can grab this if you run real quick. But more importantly, we're going to go down here and start killing all these enemies in this area. Now this area is potentially optional, which is kind of strange, but whatever. It's two ways you can get to the green area. So let's open this area up and use the Shadow Spear. Kill this guy for real, then push the button to lower this area, grab the silver shield, go right into here, kill the Nitro Golem that's blocking our way, and now let's just go on a Tome rampage. Yeah, crossbow's really good, as usual. Nothing new here. But hey, we can also use the gauntlets, get that vampiric drain from it. So we'll push this button, which will reveal this area. We'll go into this area to check this part out. It'll be pretty cool. But it also lowers this area with the blue key. So now we can go to the blue door, but before we do that, we're going to check real quick to go out here. Because this part opens up, there are some golems in it. It's another silver shield and a teleporter that'll take you back to here. But I don't really need to be here at this point. So let's just head back up through here. And take that teleporter. Lots of potential backtracking can be done in this level. Some of it you don't really need to do, but whatever. We can now go into the blue door. Let's put a time bomb for this guy to tickle him, I guess. There's Wings of Wrath there, but there's also this area that has these crushers that will kill you if you're underneath them. But it also can kill these gargoyles. But usually it doesn't. They're too smart. Let's get rid of the rest of these guys and then just head on in. Alright, for this area, when you go up the area here, you can use the Morphobum to get rid of these Undead Warriors. There'll be some Fire Gargoyles too, which are pretty scary. Potentially more scary than the Undead Warriors if you don't use the Morphobum on said Undead Warriors. But aside from that, this part is easy peasy. So let's use the Tome of Power to go on another massacre here. And clear out all these guys. On that coffin there's a portal which will take you to an area that we don't really need to go to at the moment. We're going to step there though to open this area that has all these guys. We're just going to kill them with the Tome of Power and the crossbow. Grab the quartz flask to celebrate. And we can also go back up through here by taking the coffin portal go into this area and clear this guy out. If you want, you can open this area if you want to go back to here for whatever reason, but you probably don't need to at this point. You can grab the torch. I don't need a torch. If you want to turn on the lights, you can do that. But whatever. We're going into here. We're going to kill this ghostly undead warrior with the dragon claw. And that's it. Those are the crypts. And now we can head it into the final level of episode 1, Hell's Maw. Let's go. Alright, Hell's Maw. We're just gonna hide around here and zap these guys. And we'll probably wake up some undead warriors as a result too. Maybe they'll get into infights, which is fine by me. Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna grab this ammo and this crossbow. Now this area is one of those damaging floors that can hurt you every 16 ticks as opposed to every 32, so doing the nukage rhythm is probably a lot harder to do. But we can also get rid of these guys with the crossbow with relative ease. And the wand too. As long as you don't get hit by too many red axes, you should be fine. Well, when you're done with all that, you can push this button, then go through this portal to go into this area. Now this part, this is the challenge of the map. Because it has respawning pods. It has a Shadow Spear too in this area. And in this area it has a Bag of Holding, which is very useful. In this part, it has a Ring of Invincibility, also very useful. And in this part, it has a Silver Shield. Let's blow these up one more time and go into here, push this button, and now we can use the Dragon Claw on the bosses of this area, which are 3 Iron Liches. Count them, 3. You don't want to use the Tome of Power, because they are resistant to the Rippers. We'll use the Shadow Spear too, though, since we got that. Because the Shadow Spear is useful in preventing you from getting hit by their whirlwinds, because they don't home in on you. I need to say that as many times as I can, because not a lot of people know about that. Alright, we got rid of these guys. Now we killed them. We can open this area up, and now we can go on a Tome rampage right here. We'll use the Ring of Invincibility you find in there, and we'll just go crazy. For this area, we'll just switch to the crossbow too. Goes nice with the Rippers. There's another Ring of Invincibility that leads to the exit, but you might not be able to use it unless you go back into here. We're gonna use the Wings of Wrath. There's a teleporter here. There's actually a few of them. Well, let's celebrate by chickening the rest of these golems. Clear out the rest of them now that this area is opened up. It opens up when you drop down into the area, I believe. Yeah, the rest of this part's just Nitro Golem cleanup. More or less. But there we go. We did it. So let's fly to the end of the level. And with that, the end of the episode. Alright, with the destruction of the Iron Liches and their minions, the last of the undead are cleared from this plane of existence. Those creatures had to come from somewhere, though, and you have the sneaky suspicion that the fiery portal of Hell Maw now opens onto their home dimension. To make sure that more undead, or even worse things, don't come through, you'll have to seal Hell's Maw from the other side. Of course, this means you may get stuck in a very unfriendly world, but no one's ever said being a heretic was easy. Alright, that's the first episode of Heretic, and as you can see by the intermission screen there, we're going to be using the Raven MIDI pack that was made this year to spruce things up. But we weren't able to use it for this episode because all the levels are, they have original music, and it doesn't get reused until the second episode. But alas, only one level in the second episode has reused music, but we'll be hearing that soon enough. But I hope you enjoyed this revisiting of Heretic. I decided to revisit it again because I wanted to show off the Raven MIDI pack. I also wanted to show off the Wayfarer's Tome, and in addition, I kind of want to redo my playthrough since the old one's in 4x3, and it's got some weird lighting, and my microphone wasn't as good as it is now, comparatively speaking. You listen to the old videos, then you listen to this one, you'll notice a stark contrast between microphone quality for sure. But anyways, we are done with this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we go into episode 2, Hell's Maw. But until then, toodaloo.